Hi, I'm Dr. Liz Ellison, and I'm a senior lecturer here in creative industries at CQU, and I'm based in our Noosa campus. And I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about getting creative in your research. So this is really targeted at people who are creative practitioners, artists, dancers, musicians, and so on, who are thinking of how they might take their research a little bit further into a postgraduate career. So first of all, the important thing to know is that it is possible to do creative arts and creative practice in your research degrees. It's all about generating new knowledge through your creative practice. So for those of you who haven't heard that term before, creative practice research is work that has a creative output, but it also is informed by and infused with research. So what that often looks like is that you might have your creative work in whatever shape that may take, an exhibition, a performance, a written novel, and so on. And it's combined with what we call an exegesis, which is a critical document, a written document, where you've actually talked about and reflected on how your practice is informed by research. So in this instance, it's important to think about your art, if you like, as an artifact. So it's not art that is just arts for art's sake, if you like, but it's about using your practice as a way of answering a question, addressing a gap, and furthering the field. So it's still really contributing and innovating new knowledge through this type of creative practice research. We're really lucky here at CQU to have a Creative Arts Research Training Academy, which is a great opportunity for creative arts students. So I'm the academic coordinator here of CARTA, and we also have a number of other staff that are involved, including national experts in their fields. And what CARTA really means is that it's a cohort of creative arts students who are sharing this strange journey together through their research degrees, whether it's masters or PhDs. It's open to all disciplines: creative writing, visual arts, digital media, performance, screen, and so on. Because there's always this symmetry in the type of creative journey that you're on. So it looks like, CARTA actually looks like you have an invitation to 3 intensives every year, and these include guest speakers and workshops. So we bring in all of the experts in this type of work across the country and internationally, and we let you work with them really closely to make sure that your project is the most interesting and the most rigorous that it can be. So we provide a lot of support and training around things like methodologies, research design, and publications, both for your creative work, but also for your academic work as well. To give you a little taster of some of the types of projects that are happening at the moment, for instance, we have Catherine, who is examining her lived experience as the child of a hoarder through writing young adult fiction. Lisa is investigating the sort of explosive volcanic elements of raku glazing in ceramics. Ellison did what we call a traditional thesis, in that it was a strictly written document that didn't have a creative component, but it was an investigation into Sydney and Melbourne's food critics. And Carmen is examining how the afterlife has been represented in books for juveniles and young adults. And these are just a small example of what are the types of projects that you can do. There's a lot of variety and a lot of opportunity in this type of field. So if you've got any questions or you're curious about what type of projects you can do, I would firstly recommend that you get in touch either with our Deputy Dean of Research of the School of Education and the Arts, Associate Professor Sue Davis, or you can contact CARTA directly, and that email comes to me and my other colleagues in the Academy, and we will always welcome your questions and be happy to provide you with further information. Thanks.